Hi everyone, welcome to a quick sponsor. So I've partnered with Psychic Source and this is an amazing platform. So they only hire 2% of psychics, which means everybody on this platform is very good at what they do and they've done over 10 million readings. So YouTube Tarot is great and TikTok, but if you're looking to speak to somebody directly and quickly, then this is what you want to be doing. They're doing deals at this time. If you sign up in the link below, you get 10 minutes for 30 minutes, you get 5 minutes for 20 minutes. I hope I'm saying this correctly. And you get 3 minutes for 10 minutes. So you get 3 minutes and you can try different psychics and test it for yourself. But it's just an amazing platform if you want to speak to honest, really, really good people. In other words, you can see here they're just normal people, just normal, cool people. There's men, there's women. They do phone reads, they do chat reads, they do video reads, which is awesome because it's what you feel comfortable with. So maybe you don't want to speak to someone face to face, but you'd like to call somebody. It's for men, it's for women, it's for everybody. So check it out in the description box below. I'm very picky. People know this. They've known me for a long time. I'm very careful with who I endorse, but I do believe that this is a great platform. It's been featured in the news. It's awesome. So check it out in the description box below.
Hi Cancer, welcome to your reading. Okay, so we're going to take a quick look and see some messages for you at this time. I feel like for Cancers right now, and I'm not saying all Cancers feel like this, but I feel like things are going to be really good for you. So it is summer season, and I feel like the first card that came out was the Chariot. So the Chariot is a message of feeling victorious, and the Chariot rules you. So this can be just feeling like you've got it together right now. You feel like things are moving forward, or you feel in control. The Chariot is kind of, when that comes up for the actual sign, it means you as a Cancer feel like you're really, dealing with life and moving forward with your life, and you're taking the good with the bad. If you're not doing that and you're kind of all over the place, Strength card reversed. So the Strength card reversed is kind of where we're all over the place. We don't feel, again, control is coming up here. Okay, so the Strength card reversed is kind of when we're losing control or we feel out of control. Some of you Cancers, you're in a good place and you're about to have a spectacular summer. And you know I don't give the fluff. I definitely get that for you. I feel like you're embracing each day. You are taking the right steps each day. Maybe it's a case of you do have longer term plans, but you're also kind of narrowing it down to each day. There is a strong message for the Cancers who are struggling. Often we feel out of control or things become out of control because we're just trying to do too much. Okay? We look at our life and we look at our problems and it's just like, wait, it's too much. Okay? But that's a way to just feel a lot of fear. The Strength card reversed is when we're feeling excessive fear. Now, some Cancers, you could be feeling fear about your house, your finances, specifically the house, because the Chariot rules the seventh house of home and family. So there could be some fear, around making ends meet and hitting the bills. But fear doesn't pay the bills. I think sometimes what we do is we use our anxiety and we use our fear. And we see it as, well, I paid my doings because I sat in fear. I paid my doings because I was anxious. It's like, yeah, but it did not, and it just wasted more energy, right? Fear is a catalyst for what comes if we don't take control. Anxiety is a trigger system to say, get up, take action, do something. That's all anxiety is. It's an alert system. You need to do something. And fear, we need the fear, right? If we don't make money, we can't pay our bills, the debt collectors come. If we don't pay our bills, we could be on the streets, we could lose our house, right? So the fear is necessary and the anxiety is necessary. Your job is to feel the fear, feel the anxiety, and then with the Chariot, take control. Okay? But not kind of, I get it. But I'm saying that's the advice here. In general, though, I feel like there's something around control. You don't want to be too controlling, but you don't want to have no control. So I think there's a message for Cancers. But I also feel like cancers are feeling very if you're not, this is what could actually happen, because this is the after deck. Cancer is learning new skills, the open-minded, the trusting themselves. If you're not doing this, this is the message that you are capable, that you can take yourself where you want to go, right? That you can learn new skills, you can learn new money, you can live in a different way. Now, what people do, like I said, is they try to conquer the anxiety, or they try to conquer the fear. No, it's just data. Fear is data. It's necessary. Anxiety is data. It's necessary. Don't try to fight it. Accept what you're feeling. It's natural. It's the normal human experience. Stop listening to the Matrix. Stop listening to these idiots who make money. They all feel anxiety. They all feel fear. They just front, because they want to sell you a package that you're this one day. Don't listen, right? It's part of the human experience. So that is a message to the cancers who kind of are struggling right now, and every day they're kind of getting up and they're watching the clock, and the months are going fast, and they're worried about this and they're worried about that. And I know it's like, it's horrible, it's a burden, it's heavy. Sometimes you're struggling to get in control, but the message for you is, you need to look at the problem you've got and say, what is the practical strategy? Because this is military. So military don't just go into a war zone, they have a strategy, right? They don't just walk into danger. They feel fear, they feel anxiety, right? They acknowledge it, they don't suppress it, and then they get a strategy. But they also know they have to face whatever the problem is, because it ain't going away, right? So that's the message for you, okay? Some of you younger cancers, you might want to go in the military. I think it'd be good for you. I think you'll learn a lot. I think you'll develop a lot. The good thing about going in the military is you learn a lot of life skills. Some of you cancers right now, you've kind of been in your cocoon. You want to get in the gym. You want to look good. You want to feel good. It's that kind of energy. It's kind of, there's goal setting. There's wanting to move forward. There's wanting to be outside. The Chariot is going outside. He's not in a shell. But there is a big message for the cancers. You might as well go to the battle, because if you don't, the war is coming for you. And that's how it works. When we let things in our life slip, take it from a woman who's done it. I done it. I done the Gemini. I done the burn the life to the ground. I don't mind, Life is just a journey. I've done the goal setting. I've done the right thing. I've done the wrong thing. It's all data, Fun either way. I'm a Gemini. But most people can't do that. They can't. They don't have the stomach for it, and they don't have the balls for it. You start burning your life to the ground, you start making big problems for yourself, you better have the balls for it, and most people don't. But I feel like with cancer, there's so much, you're taking the bull by the horns, like you're driving your life in the direction, and if you're not doing that, this is the after deck, you definitely can. But yes, you're going to have to confront things. You're going to have to feel what you feel and do it anyway. You're going to have to set goals. You're going to have to learn. You're going to have to get a strategy. You're going to have to get a plan. Okay. But I feel like there's love coming for Cancer as well. I feel like there's happiness coming for Cancer. Death card reversed. But are you willing to get out there? So the summer specifically is promising Cancer a lot of happiness. But did you see Chariot? So the Chariot is a Cancer man. He's dressed in his best finery and he's going outside, right? He's going outside. He's going to meet people. If you just stay where you are doing what you're doing, don't get mad when the good stuff don't come. You have to, be out and about. You have to be open, right? Some of you might be buying a new car, or there's kind of new clothes. Treat yourself, Cancer. This is what it could be as well. Some of you might have been working hard, but there's the fear. There's too much for some of you. Oh God, that made me scared. It was a bird. There's too much fear. You see what I mean? Fucking gangster, you know what I mean? Like, I was scared though. I wasn't scared. I just was like, what the fuck? Okay, but there's too much. Like, you're working too much for the future. Okay? And I feel like the message here is, don't forget life is now. Okay? Don't forget that life is now. Like, yes, plan for the future. But I feel like some of you is like, you want to get your hair done, or you want to get new clothes, or you want to buy that car. Buy the car. Okay, you know, when you're old, like you're gonna think of all the summers you missed, and you know what I mean. Yes, be smart. Maybe you can get it on finance. Maybe you can get a cheaper offer. There's something about that. I feel like for the cancer man, like you really want to become a respectable gentleman. You really want to become. Some of us might be interested in this type of stuff, like survivalist. You know, a man of competence, a man who can provide, a man who's got a certain skill set. Do it. Nobody's stopping you. But I love this reading for you this summer. You can feel the energy. There's so much energy. But the problem with energy is if we sit in it, we can become anxious, we can become, in our head, we can become self destructive. But if we get out there and utilize the energy, we can achieve a lot. So there's something around needing to move, run, get active, set goals, take action. Right. And then some of yours, it's the anxiety. So what I mean by this is there's a lot of anxiety because there is some things you know you've got to deal with. And I think it's to do with a house, mortgage, rent, something like that. Could be a business. There's something to do with, like, you know, when you get like a 30-day or a 60-day warning or something like that. There's something with cancer where you're feeling like pressed for time, you're feeling a bit worried. Okay, some of you are similar to me, right? Most people are not going to come out to you on their own in a secluded place. You saw when that bear flapped, that like that's a primal reflex to fear. I'm not dumb. I have to stay aware of my surroundings. So there could also be a message in that, which is you want to do certain things, but you're also kind of a bit scared. Feel the fear and do it anyway. You get one life. You're gonna die anyway, right? So it's all in. Even if you do feel anxious, even if you do feel fear, even if something happens, you've got to get out there. You've got to live. You've got to have a story to tell. You know, uh, for some of years it's just you want to start improving yourself, you want to start looking good, so that's going to take money, and at the end of the day, money you can make back. Now I'm not saying don't be smart with your money, don't have a strategy, don't go crazy, but spend some money, right? Because when we look good, we feel good. When we buy ourselves those treats, like, it inspires us to work harder for the next goal. Okay. Some of you might be thinking about buying a house as well, so I just did that really strongly as well. So anything else for cancer? Tell me about cancer. The Hermit reverse. Stop thinking long term. I feel like some of us right now, there's kind of that, like, there is times in our life where we're just really being tested. And we can't be thinking about like 10 years. Like, listen, I got to think about now. I got to survive now. I got to think how, I get through now. I think you need to narrow your goals, right? In other words, stop thinking about the next 5 years, the 2 years, the year. Now's the time to kind of get back into the momentum of planting the right seeds each day, enjoying the good stuff each day, right? And I think if you do that, then you live a successful life. If you plant the right seeds and you do stuff each day that's going to make your future better, if you learn to accept that you could be gone in an hour and you look for good things to enjoy each day, that's a successful life. Not the person who's constantly, trying to hit every target and every goal, but they're just miserable, you know? So, as a general message, there's a few messages here. Some of yous right now, your back's against the wall and you are definitely feeling the pressure, and I've been there and I get it. But what got me through it, and I've been through hell, unimaginable stuff. And what has got me through it and what does get me through it is there's moments where I'm feeling the anxiety and feeling the fear. And then I get my mind in control and I tell myself, I can feel all the anxiety I want and all the fear I want, but it's not going to change the situation. So what is the next step I can take? And then sometimes you're just in the shiz. You've made wrong turns, you've made the wrong decision, you're going to suffer the consequences. Okay. So now we take the next step in that. We accept what's done and we take the next step in that. Right? But in general, I love this reading for you. It's confidence, it's strength. You're going to be very attractive this summer. But yes, I do think you need to upgrade your dress. I think you do need to buy yourself nice stuff. You want to buy the car, right? You know, I feel like also, I don't want to say, I can't say that. So Okay, I have to say because they told me I have to say it. So there's something around you really should buy like a camper van, or maybe you should buy a car because, say, God forbid, anything did happen in the future. Some of you do need to learn these survival skills, or you do need some kind of militant skills because maybe destiny for some of you have got some kind of challenge around you're not going to be able to stay located where you are. But it's going to be one hell of a journey, and it's going to be full of magic, and it's going to be very interesting. But yes, say for example you become homeless, that can be really bad if you've got nothing. But if you've got a little camper van or you've got a car, okay, it's not the best, but at least you've got somewhere to lock yourself in and sleep. Okay, so I think that's a message to someone out there. But to the vast majority of you, I think it's about getting excited because summer for yous is going to be epic. Okay, but you need to leave the past in the past. And the Page of Pentacles is this is trying new things. It's making life exciting again. Some of you might want to live in a completely different way. You know, maybe the world you're living in is just corporate and it's just business and it's just goals. And I feel like the message here is this is changing the way you live. Some of you might completely change your life, right? You're just completely going a whole new direction because the Wheel of Fortune reversed is you're not happy. So if you're being tested right now, don't fall to bitterness. The Five of Swords reversed is don't fall to bitterness because actually it's the universe realigning you because you've been going in the wrong direction or you've been living in the wrong way. So you're just being realigned basically. But yeah, some people, and I know this for me, we've done the right thing. Maybe we haven't always done the right thing. Maybe we've messed up too. But the times we're in, they're very complex, and I don't think it's really about, it's just the times we're in. And yes, I do think you have to have an eye to the future. You need to be versatile. You need to be adaptable. But you also need to live because if you're constantly getting wrapped up in just surviving, what is the point? You need to enjoy the magic, right? And yes, people feel fear to start new businesses, or they feel fear to go certain places, or they feel fear to talk to people. But you overcome that by going to those places, right? By learning new skills, by talking to people. Right? So there's a message in this. The Devil. I feel like some cancers right now, like, you just feel like a slave. You feel like you're in bondage to life, to circumstances. Like, the devil can also be a toxic relationship. For some of you, I feel like it's toxicity around money or toxicity around a way of life. Remember, we talked about the Cancer man wanting to get militant, wanting to get fit. That's what you're doing. You're breaking with bondage, with addictions and greed, and maybe your primal self. Maybe, you're conquering your fears. You might be trying crazy sports. Some of you might do, like those biking competitions. Like, maybe you want to buy yourself a bike, a car, whatever. Like, there's a wanting to be excited and just feel alive and happy. And that's on you. You've got to go and make it happen. But the Ten of Cups reversed is also accepting what's no longer in alignment. Some of you might have been through breakups or marriage breakdowns, or the Chariot is you picking yourself back up and getting back in the game. Okay? And for the Cancers who right now, because there is some people of all signs going through this where they've just been absolutely obliterated since the pandemic. They worked hard, they did nothing wrong, it's just the times, it's just the circumstances, it's their destiny. Because God wants to reveal to you in the end you don't need none of it. You were born of the earth and you will go back to it, and you don't need none of it. And then maybe you're looking around at other people and they're living in the little matrix system lives. It's like, yeah, they might be. But if life tests them, they're done. They're done. It takes a couple of things to truly destroy a person. Whereas there's something in Cancer where it's like, you know what, I'm gonna go to the battle, and I'm gonna develop myself, and I'm gonna learn, and I'm gonna be prepared, and I'm gonna enjoy it. And so if you're being tested right now, you can either fear what you're in, you can cower, you can let it destroy you, or you can let it build you. And I think Cancer is going to let it build them. Okay, so like the video and comment. It's getting a bit dark now, so that's why it's a bit. And if you want to talk to someone, if you are struggling At the end of this video, there's an endorsement. Some of the best teachers in the world. They do all kinds, career, love, energy. Go speak to them. Because sometimes that's what we need to do, Cancer. Like, to get our life on track, we do need to speak to someone. If you want to speak to your girl, in the description box below, there's lots of readings. The divine reading is half price. And I had to do this fast, but for the Cancers who appreciated it, like the video and comment, because I know you have been asking me to do more reads. Like and comment down, and I'll put the effort in. I'll speak to you soon.
Hi everyone, welcome to a quick sponsor. So I've partnered with Psychic Source, and this is an amazing platform. So they only hire 2% of psychics, which means everybody on this platform is very good at what they do, and they've done over 10 million readings. So YouTube Tarot is great and TikTok, but if you're looking to speak to somebody directly and quickly, then this is what you want to be doing. They're doing deals at this time. If you sign up in the link below, you get 10 minutes for 30 minutes, you get 5 minutes for 20 minutes, I hope I'm saying this correctly, and you get 3 minutes for 10 minutes. So you get 3 minutes and you can try different psychics and test it for yourself. But it's just an amazing platform if you want to speak to honest, really, really good people. In other words, you can see here they're just normal people. You know, just normal, cool people. There's men, there's women. They do phone reads, they do chat reads, they do video reads, which is awesome because it's what you feel comfortable with. So maybe you don't want to speak to someone face to face, but you'd like to call somebody. It's for men, it's for women, it's for everybody. So check it out in the description box below. I'm very picky. People know this. They've known me for a long time. I'm very careful with who I endorse, but I do believe that this is a great platform. It's been featured in the news. It's awesome. So check it out in the description box below.